What's up, everyone? It's Wacka. Welcome you to semifinals of SPS Paldea decks. This week we're up against Lunar, who I believe barely made playoffs, but had a pretty good run after the first few weeks. I believe their team consisting of Dio Speed, Almamola, Golden Ghost, Sandy Shocks, Garganackle, Clefable. In the back they had Tera Rude, which I'm surprised didn't come, and I also think they had... Did he have Cinderace? I don't remember. Let me see. Oh no, no Cinderace. They had Hitmonchan, Salazzle, Zangoose, and Hydrapple. But this is kind of what I expected. So on my side, I decided to bring Garchomp, holding the Soft Sand, running Earthquake, Scale Shot, Sword Stance, and Spikes. I figured Soft Sand was my best way to break through defensive unaware Clefable, as well as I can SD and two-shot defensive Aloe. And then other than that, I can get up Spikes. I handle Sandy Shocks decently well. I handle Golden Go pretty well. I handle Garg pretty well if it's not his Tera Captain, which they are Tera Grass, because they opted to not bring their Tera Rude. And EQ does a lot of damage to Dio in case anything would ever want to switch in on it. So Garchomp just kind of has a lot of offensive pressure here. Our Keldeo is going to be Tera Water with Surf, Aura Sphere, Sub Calm Mind. Kind of just there to I can sub on Aloe, I can Calm Mind, I can outspeed Sandy Shocks. Having a sub up helps me a lot against Dio in case that becomes a problem. And then Tera Water just to get rid of my fighting type weaknesses like Psycho Boost and Moonblast and that kind of sort. My next mon is going to be our Chaladon running Dragon Pulse, Flash Cannon, Dark Pulse, and Substitute. So again, I can sub up on Aloe, and it can do stuff, just damage. Our Chaladon's just kind of there to do damage. I didn't bring Rain this week, so that's why. Pheasantipity is kind of just there to spread toxic against things like Aloe. I can spread toxic on Clefable. I mean, by toxic, I mean toxic chain. It also deals with Hydrapple. What else did you deal with? Salazzle, somewhat. Hitmonchan, somewhat. It was for Tera Zarude. That's why. I believe I'm Fizzdef for Zarude. If he's not Tera Ground, basically Zarude has to pick a stab, or it has to pick a Tera against me, and either he can't hit Fez or he can't hit Mandibuzz, because Grass Dark doesn't hit either of them for very effective. Ground and Psychic can hit Fez, but Ground and Psychic can't hit Mandibuzz, which is why I think Fez Mandibuzz is such a good defensive core. Then we got Mandibuzz running Foul Play, Moonblast, U-Turn, Roost, Defog, and I'm especially defensive for the Dio Speed, so I can take I can stay in on it for 2 turns, because I believe Nasty Plot Ice Beam only does 33%. Well, Ice Beam only does 33%, so if he's holding a Life Orb, I don't believe it can 2-shot me. And then our Vikavolt is actually coming out of the bench this week. I actually thought Vikavolt looked really good, especially against the Aloe. It can break through Clefable pretty well as Golden Go and Dio Speed. And my Vikavolt is running Tera Electric, running Thunderbolt, Bug Buzz, Substitute again. I have 3 mons with Substitute on this, because that's how you beat Aloe, guys. You run Substitute. And then I also have Sticky Web. Did I say Energy Ball or Bug Buzz? I am definitely Bug Buzz. So yeah, with that said, getting things started, and I apologize if the video ends up being a bit different, because I'm on my new computer finally. It seems to struggle a little bit with some things, but it's fine. So I'm going to get up a sub with Vikavolt as he power gems. I'm going to get up a Sticky Web and switch out into Garchomp because I figured Vikavolt is not going to like taking more and more chip. So I do choose a Tera the Vikavolt. So he's going to bring in his Clefable. Going to T-Wave the Fez as I try to U-turn out. Unfortunately, I get paralyzed. And I'm going to get full paralyzed again because that's just my luck. So Fez is just kind of sitting there. I'm going to be able to U-turn though, which is nice. So I'm going to go into Garchomp. As he clicks an Iron Defense, which kind of sucks for me because I was running Dragon Tail on my Garchomp initially. It was going to be Dragon Tail over Scale Shot, but I ended up going Scale Shot in case I had to break one of their own subs, like Zarude or something like that, or just like an Outspeed something. But unfortunately, I'm Scale Shot. So basically, what I'm going for here is just trying to chip down this Garg enough so where I can revenge kill it with Vikavolt Bug Buzz. And Rough Skin is able to do that for me. So I can bring in my Vikavolt. He's going to switch out of his Garg, go into Golden Go, take the Sticky Web and the Spike. Bug Buzz isn't going to do too much because, you know, Ghost and shit, Ghost and Steel, like, dual resist that. But then T-Bolt is enough to knock it out, which I believe I might have high-rolled. I wasn't even really going for high roll. I just want to get the damage on the Golden Go because I didn't have like the best switch in. And I didn't want to get like T-waved on like Paldea or something in case they predicted. So I'm gonna go Mana Buzz on the Dio speed. As we can see, Ice Beam does pretty much nothing to me, and I'm just gonna Roost as he goes Sandy Shocks. Power Gem is gonna bring me down to 68%. I think he's just trying to catch my Vikavolt at this point. But I don't feel like switching in Vikavolt on rocks and a move, because then I won't be able to do anything. So I'm going to Surf the Aloe. Then I'm going to sub on his flip turn, which is kind of a weird play. They're going to go into Dio as I get my leftovers recovery. They're going to Drain Punch, which is a very interesting move to run on Dio. I don't know what Drain Punch was for. What was Drain Punch for? Oh, it was for Weavile. Okay, that makes sense. But I get some pretty good damage off. Psycho Boost is going to do a shit ton to Archaludon there, which is kind of crazy. But at this point, I know they're probably not superpower, and I already have a defense boost, so I am going to sub up here, get some leftovers, recovery back. I'm going to Dragon Pulse the Aloe. They're looking to be very Assault Vest. So what I'm going to do here is just spam Dragon Pulse until something happens. They're going to Alluring Voice, but luckily for me, Aloe is really freaking weak. Which is why, like, I will say, like, Alluring Voice is one of the better techs on Aloe because you can at least hit through the subs, but, like, the fact that 3 Alluring Voices did, like, nothing to me is kind of crazy. So they're going to try to get Aloe regen back up, but unfortunately, like, the spike plus, like, damage that they take coming in is a little bit too much for them. And I'm getting my recovery back at this point as well. Like, they're not really winning, like, this 1v1 going on here. So I'm going to Moonblast. It will end up breaking my sub. And then I'm going to Flash Cannon there. At this point, I'm at 40%. Sandy Shocks is going to come in. Earth Power is going to knock me out. And then I'm going to be able to bring in my Keldeo. Keldeo basically gets a kill here. I guess he could have went Garganacl, but I think a Surf into like an Aura Sphere might have been enough to kill Garg. So he would have had to be careful. Dio Speed's going to come in, so yeah, Boots is really saving that thing. At this point, Pheasantipede can kind of just die, so it doesn't really matter. And unfortunately for me, they're going to forfeit, so we're not going to see how the end of this plays. I don't know if they really had the chance to win, because I believe Vikavolt outspeeds Garg and basicly kills it. Actually, I should be able to outspeed Aloe too and kill it because of the Sticky Web. So basically, as soon as Dio goes down, Vikavolt gets a kill. And I'm pretty sure I can sub on Aloe once. No, that might be risky. because I come in, I take rocks, I'll be at like 42. Sub will take me down to like 16. Alluring Voice probably doesn't do more than it did to Arch, so I might have been safe to sub. But it would have been a bit risky with a crit. Fez is paralyzed. Fez doesn't beat anything here. I suppose Keldeo could have beat something, but I didn't have Vacuum Wave. I think Vacuum Wave might have been able to kill Dio. But then my Mandibuzz was enough. Like, I had enough health on Mandibuzz to always take a hit from Dio. So it's just about how I take a hit from Dio. And if he Psycho Boosts here, then I can actually go Keldeo, like, pretty freely. Because another Psycho Boost wouldn't be able to knock me out. Or I can go to Vikavolt, like, yeah. I think I won, but I felt like there was a chance in case I threw, so I don't know why they forfeit instead of just played it out, but yeah. So next week we will be rematching Not Adam, who had made some changes to their team. Changes that I think I like for myself, because I think they dropped like Registeel, and I think they dropped Lantern, which were like 2 mons that I kind of prepped pretty hard for, and now they have like Ceruledge, which is kind of scary, but I am a Rain team. Like, they leaned a bit more into Sun, but at the same time, I think they were cooking something up there, so I guess we'll see. And I will see you guys later.